I'm Matthew Moniz, and this is Google's Daydream View, their brand new mobile virtual reality headset that works alongside the Pixel or Pixel XL. Now, I know there are a ton of other Daydream phones coming onto the market in the near future, but for now, those are the only two phones that this works with. You can buy it for $79 US or $99 Canadian, which actually undercuts the price of Samsung's Gear VR. This makes it an affordable way to try out mobile virtual reality. You can buy it starting today from an online retailer such as the Google Play Store, or you can walk into a Best Buy and buy it from there. So if you're a Pixel owner, you're probably wondering, is the Daydream View worth it? Let's find out. The first thing you're going to notice is that the design is not plastic like the majority of other headsets that are currently on the market. It's actually made out of a fabric, and it kind of brings a whole new meaning to Google's material design. It's much lighter, feels comfortable to wear, and the strap wraps around the back of your head, leaving your hair intact. Now, if you're a germaphobe and worried about your friend who has hyperhidrosis or excessively sweats a lot, you can remove the face pad and throw it in the wash to keep it squeaky clean. The headset works with glasses, and the front flap has a place to keep your controller safe so you don't lose it. Speaking of the controller, it's small, plastic, and feels like a shrunken version of the one that comes with the Nexus player. There's 3 buttons, a clicky trackpad, a back button, and the bottom one takes you home. There's a lot of sensors inside, so if you move your hand, you can control whatever you're doing, whether it's swinging a stick, throwing a ball, or browsing the menus. The controller has a USB Type-C port on the bottom so that it can be charged and uses Bluetooth to connect to your phone. The setup process was very simple. All I had to do was make sure that I downloaded the Daydream app, and then all I had to do was unlock my phone, put it inside of the headset, and it would automatically go into virtual reality mode. The menu is very similar to what you'd see on an Android TV, but obviously in a virtual environment. Now, if you're a gamer and you're wondering how good this is for gaming, there's not a lot of games to choose from right now. The development is very sparse, but there is a ton of stuff coming in the near future. The first game I tried was a game called Hunter's Gate. You have to choose either a wizard or a warrior, and the whole concept is to get him from the beginning of the level to the end by defeating enemies and picking up treasure. A typical hack and slash game. It was pretty cool to be able to look over the entire map and control your character, but it felt more like a demo. The second game I tried was a game called Wonderglade, and basically you're this little boy who has a backpack, you're in a theme park, and you go from game to game, and the whole idea is to win those games so that you get tickets to buy virtual icons like avatars that you can put in your backpack. The second experience I tried was a news experience. The Wall Street Journal has their own news application. Basically, you're put into an office space, and inside of it, you can check your stocks, you can read the latest articles, and watch videos in virtual reality. Now, I found this not to be the best way to get your news. I still think reading it on a normal screen is a lot easier, just because there's less pixelation, and you don't have to wear a headset to do this. But looking forward down the road when the technology progresses, I think this can be a fantastic way to get your news. The third experience is probably the bulk of the Daydream headset right now, and that's YouTube VR. So basically you have access to YouTube's virtual reality library, which is made up of tons and tons of 360-degree content. So if you buy this headset, this is the majority of content you're gonna get, at least for now. Now, of course, Google has a few of their own apps, like you can do a street view. They have their own arts and culture center where you can basically visit museums, listen to live audio, and learn history, which is fantastic for education. And of course, they also have Google Play Movies. Now, I have to admit, it's pretty cool. It does feel like you're watching a big screen, but again, it is very pixelated and not as clear as watching it on a regular TV. But the good news is there's tons of content coming in the near future. For news, the New York Times and a bunch of other news apps are coming shortly. For TV and cinema, there is HBO Go, Hulu, and even Netflix that's going to have applications inside of the headset as well. Now, of course, there are a few things I didn't like about the headset. And the first thing is that there's a lot of light bleed. So even in a dark room, you're still going to get light bleed from the screen itself. It's going to seep into the headset and kind of get in the way of your experience. I also found there to be a lot of dust in the lenses itself. So I tried cleaning it out, but it was still there. And you don't really notice it while you're watching a movie or playing games, but once the screen goes black, you can actually see it. And the last issue I had was that the phone would overheat after 30 to 40 minutes of use. I was playing a game, then I started watching a movie, then I got a message on the screen saying the phone needs to shut down so that I can cool off. Alright, so here's my closing thoughts. The Daydream View is a great headset to experience mobile virtual reality. The platform is just beginning, and as more developers create applications and more companies ready their phones for Daydream, the experience is only going to get better and better. Now, if you're looking for the best gaming experience, you're not going to get it here. There's other platforms like the HTC Vive and Oculus Rift that have a lot more GPU power behind it. But if you want to experience a fantastic educational tool, explore new worlds, and get a sense of what virtual reality is about, it's definitely worth the $80. In fact, I would come home every night and my daughter would say, "Daddy, Daddy, let's do the looking around." And she would put it on her head, she would swim with the sharks, visit museums, and watch things come to life. This is truly the Google Chromecast to the mobile virtual world. So what do you guys think of my review of the Google Daydream View? Let me know in the comments below. If you have a Pixel or Pixel XL, what do you like or dislike about it, and do you plan on picking one up? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, feel free to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. And as always, I will see you in the next video.